Minasan Ohio. So what is paper theater? Well, as my writing instructor always said, it is better to show rather than tell. So this is an example of paper theater. It's a kind of 3D craft, sort of diorama. And this is one I completed several years ago for the Ghibli film Castle in the Sky. Raputa is the Japanese title. And while it's a craft or a diorama, it's also a bit of a puzzle as well. If you notice each of these sections here with the different colors, each of those is an actual layer. For example, with this fox character here, the eyes are green. That's a layer of green behind the white and the orange for that character. Same with the words Castle in the Sky under that script there. Each one of these is assembled in these different layers. So when you've got 3 colors, you have 3 different pieces of really just these kind of pieces of paper. It's sort of this card stock that is used to make these, and then you assemble them using these corner pieces here and on the bottom, and that gives you your paper theater. It gives you this just lovely 3D effect with the finished product, and this really looks nice, a fun sort of craft. And the one we're working on today is Dragon Quest, Drake, or Dragon Warrior in the United States. So this one here is a quite a bit more complex than I've done in the past. You can see here with that sort of rectangle shape, much larger than this smaller one here. So I'm really excited about this one and looking forward to getting started. So let's begin. So we start by opening the case, and this is one of the more difficult ones I've worked on. You can see here the many different pieces that are going to be required. I'm a bit nervous about this, but at the same time, I have a feeling it might not be as bad as I fear. So this is what it looks like inside. You have the bag with all the different pieces ready to be removed. And for assembly, I knocked over my glue. Oh, yeah, so excuse me. We need a regular glue stick here. You can use any type of glue. I prefer. I found just using a stick is the easiest, really. You're able to basically just slide each piece over the glue. And a pair of tweezers is also recommended. I don't use these often, but I do find having some on hand can be helpful. So let us open up and get started. Now, within this stack of parts should also be the instructions. I'm not seeing them, however. That could pose a problem. Huh. That's odd. Now, the instructions basically tell you the order within which to assemble each of these pieces. And I am simply not seeing them here. Well, that may be an issue. Ah, not to despair. Whew, that was close. All right. So, this was what I was afraid of. The smaller one that I showed you previously had a much simpler set of instructions here. Wow. This is going to be quite complex. You can see here what the final product should look like. There are a lot of pieces in order to achieve that final product. Wow. Okay. So, why don't we fold this? There we go. That gives us a view of our first step, step 1. So that means we are beginning with this light blue frame here. That corresponds to our section here. Is that correct? There's the number 1 in the corner. And as you can see, these larger pieces can be removed fairly easily from their frames. So, this is part of our trash. And let's move these off to the side a bit over here. And we've got this section here, number 1. Okay. Next we're going to need let's see. First, it looks like we need these black and yellow pieces here, which I believe those will be numbered with a number 1 also. So we look for our black pieces. Let's see. And here we go. Yeah, this does not appear as intimidating as I originally thought, but famous last words. There is still plenty of time with which to ruin this project. But let's see. So we've got one front, one front, one front, one front. And that corresponds to these parts here. So we can remove those. 1. And 1 here. Looks like it's going to be that flying person's mouth. And here, the jellyfish 1. Okay, so that gives us, let us make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now from there, oh wait, we need our 2 yellow pieces. 1 and 2. Okay, so let us find the yellow. I'm going to try and stand these up. That might be the better way to do this. There we go. So, the yellow is next. So we find our yellow piece here. Oops, that is reversed. There we go. Yellow one front. Yellow one. Is that right? Yellow one front for here. Where would this piece go? That doesn't look right. There's actually a lot of ones. Back, front. Well, we know for sure this piece here matches with our instructions, so we'll take this one here. Now this is where it can be difficult. These pieces that have many points of connection, I'm not sure what you would say, that can be difficult to pull out, but if we're careful, and basically if you can get to where it's simply 2 points holding it together, you can sort of just turn it back and forth to weaken each of those, and then they should come off fairly easily. There we go. Now this is somewhat thick cardstock, so it's not like it's going to be torn very easily. Okay, so that yellow goes there, and our final yellow piece would be here with the jellyfish, and that looks like that section right there. So, wow, this is going to be rough. Ganbatte. Ooh. Here's where you might feel more comfortable with your tweezers. I might feel more comfortable with my tweezers as well. My apologies if you hear the sounds of children outside. It is finally cool enough to open the windows, and the daycare near my home is letting out. Okay, so there's our yellow piece from the jellyfish, and that looks like our first section. So this is actually my first one of these with English instructions. Usually I just have to follow the pictures, but let's see. Assembling instructions. The parts will be layered in order in the left corner. 1 is foremost and 6 is rearmost. Okay. Glue the paste parts 1 through 6. Okay, so I believe our next step is to simply glue these pieces together. Now, I will show you why I prefer using the glue stick. You're able to simply place a piece over the glue in this manner. Gives us an easy way with which to attach these. And then it's also not too strong where we can move it if need be. And again, with pieces like this, I found it much easier to use than perhaps liquid glue. You just slide each piece over, get enough glue to coat these small parts here, and good enough. It's not going anywhere. So now let's move on to these next few pieces. Now that those pieces are attached, we move on to these red pieces here. Oh, whoops, I made a mistake. I see now, these are the pieces you need. I missed my pink section here. So I need the pink, the blue, and then these red pieces here. So we find our pink and our red. And here we go. So from the pink, we've got the background of Dragon Quest here. Dragon Warrior. Oh man, I remember the first time I played that game. My first ever role-playing game. I couldn't understand the concept of grinding and farming at first. The idea that all I could do was beat up on slimes for 1 gold and 1 XP was lost on me for quite a bit. But fortunately I figured it out, and here we are today. So let's see. Oh, I need the white ones too. So we need these white also, and the blue. So we find our white. There's several white pieces. Here we go. Here's our white ones also. And blue. Ah, found it. And blue, the lettering Dragon Quest. This, if you can see, very delicate here. Again, need to be careful, but if you can get it to just a few pieces, you can sort of just kind of fold it back and forth until and sort of you can, I guess, weaken those connections on your own. And Dragon Quest. And they're actually printed quite well that they don't come out so easily, or they come out quite easily actually. So there are the Dragon Quest sections, and we lost a slime. Let's keep him off separate so we don't lose him when needed. Now that I've got these pieces arranged, you can see how this starts to go from some kind of strange, creepy face to the kind of cute Dragon Quest faces to which we are accustomed. So, start with our slime, or we continue with our central slime, I should say. The kind of the iconic Dragon Quest character, the ubiquitous slime. And now I believe this is a Drakey, if I remember my Dragon Quest correctly. And same here, we get our smiling, happy Dragon Quest foe. Doesn't look exactly centered. It looks like he's looking off to the side, but it's good enough for what we're doing today. Now, you could spend hours getting these absolutely perfect. I think once they're completed, the effect looks good enough, even if it's not flawless. So, okay, there's our bottom part of our slime tower and our orange middle section. And finally, our green section. Now, we have one more piece here, the sword. The sword at the part of the T, the Dragon Quest T. That goes here, and I believe that lines up correctly. Is that? It's got a that part right there. It's got a zoomed-in section. So, oh, there's like a little pika, the little bling section. Okay, and this is crazy. There's actually a tiny little piece that goes at the top. That is this piece here. I don't know how I'm going to get this on there. It might be better just to use my finger. Like something like this. And now it doesn't want to leave my finger. Yeah, see, something like this small is just... I don't know how I'm going to do this. Did I do it? I think I did. I don't believe that's straight, though. It needs to be a little more. There we go. I don't know if that's correct. The effect is supposed to be, I believe, the sword coming through. But I don't believe that's too terrible. Oh, and then, yeah, our little pika, our shine piece, which is right here. And oh boy, that is going to be just buckets of fun to remove that safely. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. Let's see, can we do it? Oh, one down. Can we? Our first casualty. But I think we got part of it, or enough of it. Now a piece like this, I won't try for any sort of perfection. If I can get it on there, I will be happy. I didn't get enough glue on there. Need some more glue. Okay, let's try that again. That's a mess. Well, it is there. I've got glue all over my fingers now. It is there. And while not perfect, I think the effect is sort of at least noticeable of how it's on that part. Alright, so that is our first section, our first layer and level in this paper theater. And now our next one is going to be, I believe this is number 2, this black section. And if you can see, they get a little more simpler as they go. That had a lot of pieces. Looks like this section here is going to be a little more easier. So let me get that one prepared. Now, so this is our first piece, and then looking here, this will be our number 2 piece. So we start by removing this from the frame. I hope you don't mind the crickets outside. Again, this is the first cool night we've had in weeks, so I'm letting the cool air inside. Okay, now here is our frame, but if you notice within, we've actually got some pieces here that we need to remove as well. Now, this large piece will come out, and it comes out quite easily. And then this is basically our working piece. See, it matches here to that there. And then basically this will be behind this in the section. That'll be our 3D part, so we can set this aside for now. That part is complete. And we begin here. So, first we start with the red sections here. We can put those down there. Again, you can see the sort of puzzle aspect to it. The pieces fit, and they're easy to identify the position where they belong. So, line those up there. That's our red piece, and then now our green piece will go here. Again, we've got a lot of not narrow, but very thin sections there. So we'll get some glue on that thicker part at the top, and then just try to drag it lightly across the thinner sections towards the bottom. Go. Now we've got our green, and now there's these two pink ones go. Is that how they go? This one is tricky. I might be better off starting with the white on this. Yeah, I think so. And oh no, one of his eyes was not poked out during manufacturing. Can I get that? I did it. Okay. Yeah, let's start with the white first. And that's one of the tricks to these. If you're not sure exactly how a piece goes, look for another piece that's easy to match up. See here, we can see the white lines up. The white lines up with that point at the top. That means the pink section next will be much easier to place. See, it fits in that way. So we've got the white section there. Let's get our pink, some glue on there. And that should go something like that. Nope. There we go. I believe that works, and then the white section goes over here. This small white eye section. No, it goes like this. Excuse me. That was close. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Again, trying to follow these can be a bit tricky, but alright, and now we've got the white sections for these two here. These are quite easy. The shapes there, easy to figure out. Oh, I love the sound of those crickets outside. I hope you guys do too as well. The sound of insects is the sound of a healthy ecosystem. Okay, there we go. So, we've got our first section here. And that was this part here. So now we go around to here. Now, next is these parts here. So, I need to locate these pieces here. Okay, we've got these pieces located, so we go ahead and begin gluing these on. Again, you start to see the characters and their faces take a more familiar shape. We go from this jellyfish here to this smiling little jellyfish here. Same with these two slimes here. Now only one will be complete. There will be some pieces on top of the right slime still required. But the left slime, left slime is complete. Down here, we take this little green fellow here, or gal, fellow person, and we line them up as such. And then this piece, a bit complex. We start with this blue piece here. This is like a, oh, is that wrong? Oh, it's wrong. I had that upside down. Whoops. Goes like this. This fellow is, or again, this person, I don't know if it's a fellow lady, what it is, goes like this, and then it's a kind of conch, sort of a shellfish slime, and that will go here. So again, a lot of delicate pieces here. So we slowly move across the glue and carefully place the piece here. Okay, and that is that section there. Now we have a few more pieces needed here, just 3. So we have one black slime. That is the black slime here. And a piece of blue, a small piece of blue. Let's see, two front, so that is a small piece here, and a gray piece. Where's that? A gray piece. I just saw that. That's, here we go. This piece here, 2 front. So we remove these from here. And, excuse me. Let's see, so first this is the easiest piece, this large black piece here. And we set that over the slime. And this blue piece here, what is going on with this? These instructions, this section here. Let's see, the shield. Shield and sword seem to be going, okay, yeah, I see. You can see where it lines up right there. So we add some glue here. And the sword and shield will go there. Now, likely, that's going to be some character that comes out a bit later in the assembly. And then this small blue piece, how does that go? I cannot tell for the life of me which direction that would go in. I believe it goes this way, okay. Wow. Yeah, this is, now, these little pieces here really add nice touches to it, but if you make a mistake with it, again, nobody's really going to notice. I believe it goes something like, oh, that's his foot. I see. That's a foot. I got it. See here, this is going to be our little Dracquay character. That's his shield, his sword, and I believe a foot. I'm sorry, I believe a foot that's going to be in the front part of it. Okay, and that is that section there. Okay, now we have finished all 6 pieces. That's number 3. That's number 4. 5. And actually, I should have said 5. 6 is just, it's the backing piece. There's nothing to do with this one. And so, some of these were really detailed. If you can see here, this little knight, he's got his little boots. You can see his sword, the glove on the sword, his little shield. That guy was a bit rough. This little knight here, the little dragon warrior. Again, he's got his little pink slime shield, his silver sword. That guy took a bit. And, oh, I cannot lie to you guys. I messed up. This red smile here was supposed to go beneath this metal slime here. So this smaller pink smile was supposed to be here. By the time I glued it, and realized my mistake. It was too late. So, but, oh well, I'm still happy with this so far. Now, the difficult part. These are the corner and edge pieces that will connect this all together. Now, if you look at the instructions, it's not difficult. You just have to slide these pieces in, but this is the part where I always have trouble every time I do these. It takes forever. Often I bend parts of the puzzle because I just don't do it correctly. So, together, let's see if we can knock this out. I'm going to try the 2 large L pieces and the 2 M pieces in the corners, and let's see if we can make that work. So we've got the M, there's a piece on there, the 2 M's and the 2 L's. So we pop these out here, the 2 L's and then the 2 M's. Okay, now with the L's, let's see. Okay, the arrow, there's a little arrow, if you can see it right there. The little arrow, that's going forward this way. So we need to slide this piece into there. Easy enough. And then we go with this L piece here. And we slide it into this corner here. Okay. There we go. Now, we take the second piece and we attempt to do the same. How did I do this before? It's been years since I've done one of these. Let me see. So you go. I believe something like this. I'm already making a mess of it. All right, let's try this. So we'll go upside down. How about that? No, that's not going to work either. Let's try this here. Okay, that might work. Maybe like this. Okay. We've got our second piece in. And now 3. 3, we should try this. Actually, no, let me see. Let me try this one more time. I apologize for that. My dehumidifier is full. I should have emptied it before I started. And we're falling apart again. Okay. That is not so easy. Piece 1 goes in here. There must be a much easier way to do this, and I just don't know how to do it. I should have probably watched a YouTube video first. This in there. Perhaps this is the way to go from the bottom. This might just work. Let's see. If I can get that piece. No, this doesn't want to work. So like I said, this is always the part that I struggle with. Not the glue, not the tearing out the pieces, it's this part here. Getting these into the little edges. Oops, there goes my glue. Okay, well, we've got 2. Let's try for 3 now. Let's see if 3 will work. Here we go. Oh, did I maybe perhaps figure out the way to do this? I do not want to get excited yet. See, now that piece came out. Like I said, there's got to be a better way at this, and I'm just unaware of it. Okay, those three pieces are in. No, now that one came out. You see how this is the part that I always get stuck on. Every single time. Well, I thought I'd figure that out, but it doesn't look like it now, does it? Those seem nice and snug. Try and line these up maybe. Like that, and then get this in here. They just don't want to go, do they? Oh, did I? No, I did not. Now it comes out of that piece. Well, this is frustrating and a bit embarrassing. Let's see. Do the directions offer any help? Apply glue to the roots of the joint parts, then assemble. So you're supposed to maybe glue one corner? Oh, I see. That's right. So you would add glue, put this here, wait for it to dry. I see. I guess that does make sense. All right. Let us try that. I'm wary about attempting this with glue, but let's see. There. Stay, please. And okay, we are at 4 so far, I believe. Are the others holding? I really hope so. And then 5 goes here. And let's try for this now. Okay, number 5. And let's see if we can get number 6. And the final one, number 6 here. Oh, no. Oh, did that just knock them? Yeah, I did. I just knocked all of the left side out with that one. Oh, no. Okay, well, let me give this a go and try to come back and see if I can't make this work. Alright, so even without the glue, I was able to get those 4 in. Again, once you get these 4 pieces in, it's much easier with these smaller ones on the top, the bottom, and the left and the right. So I'm going to apply those, and then I am going to glue these overnight. But I do want to get these last pieces in. So let's see. W goes on top and bottom. So these two W. Put these in next. And once you get these, once you get the corner pieces in, it's actually it's not quite as bad. You can actually just slide these in. You have to line them up a bit, but then once you get them, see it, you can just kind of, let's see, no, a couple are not there. Right, there it goes. Yeah, it is. Just doesn't want to get where it needs to be. Let's see. Oh, there it is. That's the piece. There we are. No, oh, almost had it. Like I said, this is the part that I struggle with the most with these. There, where if we look sideways, we can see it a bit better. There we go. One more. There we are. And that goes in nice and flush, meaning it is secure there. Now the two S's will go here, so we've got two S pieces. S and another S, and we try for the same thing to get this in there, and there, slides right in first try. Again, once you get a few of the pieces in and they get lined up, it goes much more smoothly. See, it's these corner pieces that are the real difficult ones, and then this top one. So now on the other side, let me be careful, don't want to dislodge any of these, and we do the same here. We've got our W piece, I'm sorry, our M piece, the large M piece will go here in the front. What is that? And let's see if we can get that in there. Maybe easier to look from the side, if I can see. Oh, we almost had it. One piece. There we go. That is our Dragon Quest paper theater. And here is, these are all of the pieces that we basically took out these pieces from. Now, this can look quite overwhelming, but these are not that difficult. I am not a smart man, and I was able to do this with a few mistakes like I showed you. But if you ever would like to try one of these, you can find them on Amazon. Even though they're from Japan, you can get these anywhere in the world, you know, from the internet. Give these a try. They're the most fun creations. They're beautiful. I'm really excited about this one. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll give this a try. These are just great little crafts, awesome conversation pieces if you have one in your home when your friends come by. Paper theater. I can't get it in there. Paper. Can you see that? There it is. Paper theater. They really are a lot of fun. So thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, thanks a lot. Mata ne.